What is up, ladies and gentlemen? CJ the Cheese DJ here, and we are back with a brand new top 10 for you guys today. And guys, as you are more than likely aware, there are a whole heap of memes going on that people are going to raid Area 51. Now, as a fellow Aussie, it is my responsibility and my job to antagonize the American people and to assist them in their dreams to raid Area 51. So today's list, guys, will be comprising of 10 dinos that you need to be taking with you to Area 51, or escaping Area 51 with you, because who knows what government secrets they're hiding in that base. So guys, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alrighty guys, now coming in at number 10, we have the Roll Rat. Now this guy is definitely one of the creatures you need to take with you to raid Area 51. Reason being because he's able to transport multiple people. Like, he can fit like 4 or 5 people in his saddle. It's great. And then as well as that, he's able to get in and out of the base real quick. And if anything gets in the way, well, you can just pretty much demolish it straight up with his saddle. Look at that. Just like that, we've managed to tear through 3 base walls, a tree, and some rocks. So this guy is great for just plowing through anything. If guards try and stop you and shoot you, well, you can just ram through them with obviously the Roll Rat's rolling ability, unless of course you get taken off by an alien raptor, but who knows what could be there. But these guys are great. You can easily transport your troops. Forget about Naruto running. You just need a Mole Rat and you can easily get yourselves in and out of the base. Any guards try and stop you, you just crush them by rolling into them and watching their entrails just cover the entire saddle. So guys, let's move on to number 9. Now guys, coming in at number 9, we have the Diplodocus. This guy is going to be detrimental to getting into Area 51. Forget about Naruto running once again, very similar to the Roll Rat. This guy can just plow through everything, exactly like the Roll Rat. The only difference is this guy is a little bit slower than the Roll Rat, but something that sets him apart from the Roll Rat is that you can transport an extra 10 troops with you. That's right, 10 extra troops can come with you to raid Area 51 to steal all those alien tech and get all their weaponry. So guys, definitely bring along the Diplodocus. As well as that, any guards or any vehicles get in the way, all you need to do is simply give them a little bump on the head and they'll go flying. And if, you know, Area 51 is strategically placed around a cliffside, well, you can kiss those guards goodbye because they will be flying off the edge with their jeeps, with all their Humvee cars and their tanks. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the Diplodocus could just sit on a tank and crush it, pretty much preventing the rest of the troops from getting fired upon. So the Diplodocus is definitely a must-have for the Area 51 raid. Now guys, next up, coming in at number 8, we have the Quetzal. Now the Quetzal is pretty much going to be your aerial variation of the Diplodocus, able to bring in a lot of troops on the platform base and pretty much can serve as a flying platform base. For example, you land down, once your initial troops have gone in, you've soaked the enemy turrets, you've taken out the guards, you can bring the Quetz in, transport all the high value equipment on the back of the Quetz, expand out on it, make little storage boxes for it, get all the gear into it, and escape. Granted, the Quetzal is a little bit slow, but I mean, you can overlook that insight with his massive colossal carry size. As well as that, you've just got to make sure that you disable the SAM turrets, otherwise they will shoot you out of the sky, and the Quetzal is definitely not aerial capable of dodging the missiles that come flying up from the SAM turrets. Now guys, the Quetzal is also going to pair very well with the next dino on this list, so let's find out what that dino is. Now guys, next up at number 7, we have the adorable little dodos. Now the purpose that these guys will pretty much act as is mobile explosive platforms. So all you need to do is throw these guys, pull out your C4, and watch your dodos explode. Just make sure you don't have any on the back of your Quetzal when you do so you can pretty much act as an aerial bombardment unit, strapping C4 onto the dodos and watching them explode on top of the enemy base. And in case you need to get into any structures or anything like that, well, you can do so by blowing up the dodos. And they're expendable, they're easy to breed, you know, you can have plenty of them in numbers. They're so easy and they're such a great addition to any sort of explosive squad trying to get into Area 51. You know, let's just demonstrate again. Goodbye, Mr. Dodo. It's nice knowing ya. Any guards underneath disturbing the peace, the SAM turrets, drop them down. Look at that. Look at the boulder just get flown up into the air. Dodos are going to be detrimental. As well as that, you don't have to use them on the back of the Quetz, although it would definitely help since the enemies won't see you from above. The Quetz, they'll be like, what is this strange UFO? They'll think it's part of the aliens and they're doing a flight run, a test run. You'll be all sweet flying around on your Quetzal, dropping C4 strapped dodos from above to blow into the government's base. So guys, let's move on to number 6. So guys, coming in at number 6, you're going to have the Raptor. Now these guys are going to be your elite hit and run squad. Not only do they have the ability to pounce on enemy guards and pretty much pin them to the ground, devouring their innards and their corpses, you'll then be able to get past all the guards because these guys will be able to avoid all their bullets with their quick weaving actions. And as well as that, any guards that are left alive will get munched on by the immense amount of Raptors that you bring to the Area 51 raid. Just make sure that they don't get stuck on any boulders, otherwise you won't be seeing them take out guards, you'll just be seeing them getting taken out. So make sure you guys utilize these guys to pounce on the guards. As well as that, any sort of Raptor with that claw will strike fear into anything looking upon it. If you're an Area 51 security guard and you see a pack of Raptors running towards you, you ain't going to stand around and shoot even though you see aliens on a day-to-day basis. You are going to leg it for the hills because nothing can prepare you for an onslaught of Naruto running Raptor packs. So guys, the Raptors come in at number 6. Now guys, coming in at number 5, we have the Yutyrannus. This guy is once again going to be a real key player when it comes to raiding Area 51. Now, the main reason being because he has the Scare Roar. Now, this works on people as well, and they're going to shit themselves. Like, even more so than seeing a pack of Raptors running towards them. Imagine a bloody fluffy T-Rex running towards them. Not only will they be shit scared, they'll be pondering what the hell it is that's running after them. Because they'll be like, why is there a fluffy dinosaur chasing me? As well as that, if your team starts getting scared and like your troops start freaking out, well, he has a Courageous Roar, which not only buffs them, but increases the amount of damage they do. So guys, if you're looking at wanting to buff your troops, making them a little bit stronger, increasing that punching power against the security guards in a non-lethal manner, look to the Yutyrannus who's able to buff them. If you've got guys that are starting to run away because they're scared, the guards are shooting at them, they're using tasers and whatnot, well, just give them a little bit of a Courageous Roar and they'll be all good to go and they'll continue the fight for you. As well as that, if you do need to get into the fray with this guy, he can definitely hold his own. Look at that bite. That is enough to shred a man in two. So I definitely recommend bringing the Yutyrannus into the raid of Area 51 as well, guys. But let's move on to number 4. Now guys, one of the most invaluable dinosaurs to take with you to the Area 51 raid are the Stegosauruses. Main reason being because they will protect your troops from enemy gunfire. If they decide to see you, if they see you and they like, okay, these guys are real serious, they're Naruto running at us with their Raptors and everything, we're going to start opening fire. These Stegos will protect you from those bullets with their plates. So you can have the Stegos in your front line, you know, absorbing all the bullet shots, absorbing everything that comes your way, and then having your Raptor squad sitting just casually behind them, just using the Stegos as a meat shield to survive, and the riders on these Stegos will be safe because the plates will protect them. As well as that, any guards decide to get a little bit too frisky, a little bit too close to you can simply swing them away with the Stego's tail. Take example, this little Dillo here. Pretend he's an enemy guard, or you could just flat out kill them as well, considering the spikes on their tails. Any Jeeps or Humvees come your way, you can easily sweep them over with the Stego's powerful strikes as well, and I'm sure he's able to crush a few guards that get in the way. So guys, the Stego comes in at number 4 on the list. Now guys, coming in at number 3, we have the mech. Now, a lot of you are probably going to be like, but CJ, where are we supposed to get a mech from? Well guys, believe me, there's definitely going to be a couple of Area 51 scientists that have decided to defect and are going to want to side with the civilian populace and leak the secrets of Area 51. And I would not be surprised if a mech was one of those secrets, considering how close we are to probably building them. Think about it guys, why would Fortnite put a giant mech in their game versus a giant monster? Foreshadowing? I think so. So guys, you definitely want to bring the mech along. He'll be able to plow through any of the base structures that Area 51 has, shoot any of the weaponry that the government decides to bring out on you, and if they do decide to bring out the alien equipment, at least you'll be prepared for it with your own alien equipment that's able to shoot, slice, and even fire missiles off the back of, even deploy force fields if need be. So guys, the mech comes in at number 3 on this list. Now guys, coming in at number 2, he's just so big he doesn't fit on the screen, we have the Titanosaur. Now, this guy is pretty much going to be the crux of your campaign against Area 51. You will need one of these guys. These guys can be decked out with cannons, with rocket launchers, or situated on the back. You could have a bunch of rocket launcher turrets just sitting here, just with players constantly firing off of them. It'd be absolute carnage. You know, you can see here, look, just chuck some of these down, chuck some cannons down, and you can just plow through absolutely everything. just unleash a salvo of rockets against the own enemy's rockets. And then if the worst case scenario, you run out of ammo or, you know, your rocket turrets get blown up, I guarantee you your Titanosaur will not get blown up. He's able to ferry in a ton of troops. He's got a ton of health, so he'll be able to take as much damage as the government dishes out on him. And he's got all these rocky outcrops on him that will protect him from potential harm as well. And once you get close enough to their base, this guy will more than likely be able to just stomp straight through the top of it like it was yesterday's breakfast. So I would definitely recommend bringing a Titanosaur with you. Even bring 3 of them with you if you can, because that's how many spawn at one time. 3 Titanosaurs are going to be practically unstoppable. Unless, of course, they've got some weird-ass alien tech that creates black holes and sucks everything in which case you're going to be pretty screwed. But I doubt they'll utilize that on a bunch of civilians. So guys, let's move on to the big number 1. Alrighty guys, next up at number 1 on the definite creatures you guys need to bring for raiding Area 51, we have the Desert Titan. The Desert Titan is pretty much the Titanosaur but in flying mode. However, he is significantly, I wouldn't say significantly more powerful, but he's definitely more robust and versatile because he has that ability to fly. As well as that, he can shoot giant freaking laser beams out of the sky. I mean, lightning bolts, technically, they're not laser beams, but these will pretty much demolish anything. You can see the poor birds, they're just getting neutralized. And these are going to be great for taking out enemy tanks, any enemy artillery that's in the way, enemy guards, anything. And then once you get up to the actual Area 51 base, you can then just munch through it with those huge crushing jaws. And you guys have seen this guy take on metal bases before and just demolish them with ease. As well as that, you can build portable bases on the back of them as well. So for example, you can stick a ton of rocket turrets, a ton of any turrets really, and just get in there and mow down any opposition that you face. As well as that, you can transfer plenty of troops in on the back of this guy as well. And for extra protection, he does have 6 lightning bolts that he can summon all at once. So guys, the Desert Titan comes in at number 1 on this list of creatures that you need to bring with you to raid Area 51. That's going to wrap up the video today, guys. Let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments. Let me know whether or not you enjoyed it and whether or not you guys have any suggestions. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. I got this soda.